Stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
Who is Young Twizzle? Young Twizzle is a father, a friend, a brother, an uncle, just an all-around good guy, I'm gonna say like that. I'm a very aware dude. I just love music. I'm a connoisseur of hip hop. I love music. I love instruments. I love playing music. I'm an artist. I'm a producer. I'm a songwriter. I'm an engineer. That's what I'm. My bitches already. My bitches already. I was 6 years old. I went to Sherman Multicultural Arts School on 51st and Locust. I never forget this. I was in the first grade and we had a new music teacher come in. His name was Dr. Cecil Austin. So he came in with all white with a bandana and it was tied to the back. And, you know, all of us kids, we was little and she was like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? So he came in and he had like a bag on his back. And the bag that he had, it was a djembe drum from West Africa, but it was in the drum bag. So one day he had auditions to actually play the drum. He was putting together like a little drum ensemble for the youth, for the little kids. It was like from like 6 years old all the way up to like the 6th grade. So he was putting together a drum ensemble, and I'll never forget this. One day I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, we got this new drummer teacher, you know what I mean? He's holding class after school. Can I stay after school and can I be one of the drummers? I want to sit there and I want to learn the drum. And so I'll never forget this. My mama was like, yeah, boy, you can stay your ass after school. Go ahead. So I stayed after school. That's when I got introduced into the djembe drum from West Africa. Thank you, Dr. Cecil Austin. He was the one who introduced me into music, I'm gonna say that, into the culture of African music at the time. Now, as I'm learning African music at the time, my brother's at home playing hip hop. Now he's playing Wu-Tang, E40, Capadonna, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Like he's playing all that good shit. Daz Effects, all that. And I'm learning the African drum. And so, Dr. Austin, he picked me, and it was like 10 to 12 other kids. So, and that's how I got started. And I was actually the lead drummer for that little children's youth. It was called Omo Ana at the time. Children of the Spirit of the Drum, that's what it meant. And yeah, and I was actually one of the lead drummers, and that's how I got introduced into music, into I should say percussions and playing instruments and stuff like that was through Dr. Austin when I was 6 years old. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Austin. Man, this could take forever. High Tech, Jay Dilla, Eric Sherman, fucking Jay Dilla, Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang, fucking everybody. Like everybody that was doing something at the time. Biggie. Like I'm the type of person, I just took something from everybody. Everybody influenced me. Like I love hip hop that much. I like this person. I like that person. You know, whoever was popping and the shit was bumping back in the day, that's what I was fucking with. Yeah.
Yeah, the loudest nigga moving silence. A criminal mind, yeah, it's never minded.
I can't put them in order. Top 5 rappers, to me, I gotta say Jay-Z, I gotta say Nas, I gotta say Tupac, I gotta say, and I'm gonna say this because a lot of people don't put him in the top. E40, and another top 5. My last one, I'm gonna go with fucking Redman. gotta be Gilla House all day. My nigga Redman. Top 5 rappers. Top 5 producers would definitely have to be Jay Dilla. He would have to be Kanye West, of course. High Tech. Who else? Producer RZA. And Timberland. That'd be my top 5.
Yeah, I gotta spit some shit that's heartfelt, cause bills don't pay itself when I'm searching for.
First project I put out is called About Time. About Time Mixtape. I dropped that back in 2013. I dropped About Time because I was never an artist at first. I was just a producer. So I used to always make beats, but when I made beats, I was also rapping over my shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I was rapping and I was catching like some ears and eyes to where motherfuckers was like, yo nigga, you better start rapping a little bit more. You better start taking this shit serious. And so everybody used to say, man, when you gonna drop that? When you gonna drop that? When you gonna drop that? And so this is real gas, y'all. So everybody asking, when you gonna drop it? When you gonna drop it? And so when I put out my first project, I was like, you know what? It's about time. And that's how the whole title came about Time. So catch that on daphip.com. About Time, that's my first mixtape that I put out. Your boy YoungTwizzle's.
Never late, started off with no pay. Chris Martin on the mic, you can call me Coldplay. All work, no play.
Crazy story. This is how it came about. Shout out Big Lonnie from the Taylor Gang. Shout out Lonnie. I put a post on Instagram and I was just listening to some music and shit, smoking and vibing, and then Lonnie from the Taylor Gang, he put up, yeah, there you go, that's what you do, you know what I'm saying, zone out. And he put up something like that, and so I was like, and then when I seen him, I was like, dawg, you know what, when we get together, it's gonna be nothing but joints and jams. That's what I sent him. Now at that time, when I sent him that, I was working on my second project, you know, which was hosted by DJ MotorMane, also from the Taylor Gang. Our first project was called Instant Music. Now, I'm in the process of writing my second project, and I was looking for a title. So when I told Lonnie, I'm like, dawg, when we get together, man, you know, it's gonna be nothing but joints and jams, because that's what I always see Lonnie do. I see Lonnie on Instagram, you know, he's smoking and he's always jamming and shit. So I was like, dawg, when we get together, it's gonna be joints and jams. And that's how the title came about, and it just stuck, it just clicked, and it made sense.
You're not rocking with YoungTwizzle.
I collabed with DJ MotorMane through Instagram. I seen him put up that he was starting to host mixtapes. He was starting to DJ, and at that time, this was Instant Music. This was the first project me and him did together. At that time, I was getting together this project, and I was like, you know what? I put out these mixtapes, and I never had anybody host it. So I was actually looking for a host at the time that can fit with what I do. And so it was like perfect timing, because Motor was like, yeah, I'm hosting projects now. So I hit Motor up, and the rest is history. He was like, yeah, send the project. I sent the project to him, and we've been working ever since. And then I met him at South by Southwest in Texas. So we linked up physically, you know what I'm saying, talked about the project. The project was done when we met in South by Southwest. Now mind you, he was sitting on the project and I wasn't. You know, I just had the rough copy with my mix and not his, but he had it with his mix and everything. So we linked from South by Southwest, and the rest is history.
I guess I gotta pull the covers off of them. I'm tired of living broke, you taking me for a joke.
Will have to be Dreams, which is the last track on the mixtape. Dreams, that's a serious track for me. That's a track that I wrote. The pen just was like this when I wrote it, because it was everything that I was really feeling. So check that out. That's also gonna be my new single. I'm gonna be shooting a video to that real soon. Dreams. The whole song is basically about you know, people that sleep on your dreams. You know, how do you wake somebody up that's asleep? You know, what's one thing people used to do? They used to snatch the cover off your ass and you feel that cold ass air, right? So that's what I was saying. So I was basically saying, like, I gotta start taking the covers off people for them to pay attention to what I'm doing, for them to stop sleeping on my dreams. So make sure you check that out. Available on datpiff.com. Joints and Jams. That's my new single, Dreams.
Dreams. I guess I gotta pull the covers off of them. These niggas sleeping on my dreams.
Yes, that is true. It's a song on the mixtape song number 11. It's titled Want To. I originally wrote that for Rico Love. Now, mind you, my homie at the time, his wife was like, yeah, you put out a project, but that last project you didn't have it was no female tracks on there. So I kept that in mind when she said that. And she's like, so on this project, I wanted to make sure I have, like a female project. But at the same time, I wrote this record, and when I wrote this record, I wanted to hit certain arrangements, and I wanted to hit certain parts that I couldn't hit as a singer, because I'm not a singer. So as I'm writing this record, the whole time I'm thinking of Rico Love. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he would fucking kill this shit. He would kill it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually writing the shit out this record. Now I'm in the groove. Now Rico Love, he have a music conference. He have a music conference out there in Indiana. So I drive to Indiana. Now this is the whole thing right here. My plan was to go to Indiana, take this record with me, give Rico Love the record, and boom, I'm on, I'm popping. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thought. That's everybody's thought, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, boom, I'm popping. So I go to Atlanta. Now I got proof too. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. Now I go to Atlanta. It's the last day. The last day of the conference, of the TTLO conference. So Rico Love, he's talking to damn near everybody. He's shaking hands, he's taking music, and so it's finally me. I finally walk up to him, hey, what up, Rico? Ooh, he like, what up, Twizzle? So as I'm about to tell him that I have this record for him, this young lady walks up to him with her cell phone, playing her record already. Her record's playing. So she's like, Rico, can you check out my record? So she gives him the record. He checks her record. And as he's checking her record, he's saying, yo, Twizzle, come on, let's take this pic. So we took the picture, and you can see it right here. And so as we taking the picture, he's listening to the chick record. Now, as I'm taking a picture with Rico, I'm thinking like, God damn, I wanted him to hear this fucking record. So, long story short, through the whole day, he was listening to people music and shit, so I didn't want to bother him anymore. So I was like, fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna take that record home, and I'm gonna put it on the mixtape, and I'm gonna find another way to give it to him. So yeah, so that's how that came about. So long story short, I never gave Rico Love the fucking record. I was literally right there. You can see on the picture, he's listening to somebody else's record as he's taking the picture with me. That could have been my record, you know what I mean? But it's, when it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. So yeah, that record was originally wrote for Rico Love, Want To, off Joints and Jams, track number 11. Yeah. TTLO, shout out Rico Love, turn the lights on. My plans for the future is to continue to be great, continue to do what I do. My plans for the future is wherever God takes me. That's my plan. My plan is to keep doing what I'm doing, stay focused, and always, take it up to another level. And new music, new concepts, new work, new artists, new beats, traveling more, networking more, performing more, going on tour, promoters, hit me, promoters. That's my future. My future is to evaluate, always be great, always be better than yesterday. I want my life to be better than yesterday. Like what I did yesterday, I want tomorrow to always top that. So that's what I keep in my brain, is to just always strive for greatness and to be great. That's what my future is looking like. So yeah, your boy TWIZZLE. Make sure you follow me on YoungTwizzle, on Twitter, at YoungTwizzle25. Follow me on Instagram, YoungTwizzle. Follow me on Facebook, / at YoungTwizzle25. Make sure you get my mixtape, Joints and Jams. It's available on datpiff.com. Joints and Jams. Shout out to my nigga DJ MotorMane from the Taylor Gang. You already know what it is, my G. Yeah, your boy Twizzle. You bitch you, not him, not her, but you.
I'm tired of living broke. You taking me for a joke. Clown shit get exposed. I'm trying to stay woke while you sleeping up on my dreams.
Hot as a kettle, #1. I earn my medal to the suburbs, middle class, in every ghetto. I got that shit that make you bounce. You know that I'm